customized units to fit your head so you can take it on and off daily. And once you mold and shape that unit to the head, it just fits like a cap with no glue, no pins, no. Why you keep looking at that? She don't believe me.
I'm just, y'all know me. Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
You know.
But you're cute though. It's cute. You're cute. All right, so she could do a unit. So, girl!
Can this be real? The love I feel for you. Can this be real? The love I feel for you.
Hi everyone, this is Nappy Pat. I'm the owner of Charisma Contour Body Spa and Salon. I'm just so excited to have you guys here. So my topic is, why not my hair? Each time I do my podcast, it will be a different topic each time. Beauty and fashion is not necessarily about hair loss, so it can be pretty much anything that I want to create, okay? So let's start off and talk about why not my hair. Why not my hair? This can go either way. Why or why not? So let me give you my scenario, why you're here.
Hold on a second, girl.
Girl, you want to be coming on?
Can I get in on this
Yeah,
conversation?
so Miss Angel is finna get on this conversation.
Okay. I got a lot to say too.
Oh, you got a lot to say, girl. You got a lot to say, so I'm so excited. But first of all, I want to thank you and thank the audience for coming out and being a part of our podcast on tonight. You're doing an amazing job. You keep doing what you're doing, girl. Thank you. Because it's great. You know?
I appreciate it.
So we was talking about why not my hair. Our hair is unique. Okay? We are the only culture, or I'll say heritage, that Black American women, queen you call them, our hair is unique because of this texture. Our hair can be from straight and they go all the way to zigzag coils. Our hair can transition any texture that is out here. So that is why our hair is so unique. Also, you don't see a lot of our hair on strands. They're not making bundles. We're not sitting in a group shaving our hair out because we treat our hair as treasure. Okay? So, but if you realize how unique your hair is, I think people embrace it more. They'll tend to take care of it more, and they will understand it. And I hear and I ask people about what uniqueness means. When you're talking about uniqueness, it's just like a diamond. It's precious, right?
Right.
So they have to put a lot of care into that diamond.
Right.
And that's what we do with our hair. So why you guys are not taking that advantage of realizing that you got one of the uniqueness texture that is out here? You know?
I don't think we really think about our hair being precious or unique. We know that it's different, but oftentimes I think we think different as in a bad thing, not different as in a good thing. And I don't even think different is good or bad. It's just different. I don't think I've ever thought my hair is precious or something that is to be desired or that is desirable by other people. Maybe as I've gotten older, I've embraced it. But I know when I was younger, it's because your hair nappy. And, you know,
and that's why I took
that
name like nappy. Because our hair is unique and it is precious. And of course, we all felt the same way. I was one of you guys sitting in your chair. My message of hair loss, I've always been an advocate on healthy hair. Even before I started my podcast, I've been in the industry for over 30-some years, licensed. And one of my topics that used to be on my business card is say the first image of yourself is your hair. If your hair is looking good, your outfit's gonna come with it, your shoes, your nails, and all of that. But first, when people look at you and perceive you, to your hair. Okay? I
can agree with that.
You agree with that?
I can agree with that.
Right. So that's why I think that a lot of people tend to do what they do because of the uniqueness that we have. So that's what makes things so precious, the uniqueness of it.
Right.
Okay. Also, with the uniqueness of you guys understand that we don't have to shampoo our hair every day. Like a lot of the other culture and the other race. They have to shampoo their hair a lot. We can go weeks, We can go months without catching any fungus or anything. I'm not saying do that. Don't do that. But don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because the scalp has to stay clean. What I'm just saying is that we can do that.
Right.
A lot of the other culture and races can't do that, but we can. Okay? So our hair can go straight. We can put any chemical on our hair. Our hair can go through so much changes and so much pulling and tugging. Think about it.
Kind of like us.
Yeah, like you just, you get a comb and your parent just put it on and it's still there.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So, and that's why we do the things that we do to our hair, because it's unique. But if you want to be a part of that uniqueness and appreciate what you have to take care of it and realize how precious it is. Because if you don't, the precious is going to be gone. So we treating our hair precious. We'll have other people looking at our hair to be precious. I think if we sat there and sold our hair on bundles, oh my God, bundles, will they buy it? Of course. Like they do sell texture hair, but it's not our hair. It's just fibers that acts like hair. Okay. But who's gonna sit there and show you that hair? I won't.
No,
my hair is
too
too
long,
precious.
and it takes too long to grow back.
Oh,
So
that's a question. Like
that takes way too long to grow. So let me ask you this: what are some of the reasons that you hear when people sit in your chair as to why not their hair? Why do they choose to not wear their natural hair? What are some of the
that's a
things
good
that you
question.
hear?
The first thing they come to me, they say there's not a lot of hairstylists that specialize in natural hair. When we went to beauty school, they didn't separate us. They didn't say, oh, okay, you specialize in natural hair, you specialize in color, you specialize in perms, relaxers, and chemicals. We came together as one, so we had to learn all hair. So natural is what it is of all race. We should always say hair is hair. So clients should come to me and say, there's not a lot of people like you, Nappy Pat. A lot of people don't specialize in natural hair. They don't understand it.
But when you're in school, do the instructors actually allow you all to practice a lot on textured hair? That's our hair. Do you
That's
get
a
a
good
lot
question.
of people?
Yes,
Because the mannequins don't have our kind of hair, do they?
Right, but we go through the schools, and your last quarter, you have to get on the floor. So when you approach our hair, you're African American style, and your clientele is mostly African American. The hair's in a natural state, right? When you're doing a chemical service, right? The hair's in a natural state when you're braiding, right? The hair's in a natural state when you're putting on wigs, right?
So they should know how to.
So they should know how to work with natural hair.
So are you saying that all stylists are natural hair stylists?
So all you guys are natural hair stylists. So that's what people, and it's sad for the client to come in here and say that. Like, you know what they do and what they fail to realize, that you have a lot of professionals, I'm going to call you out, that are not wanting to deal with natural hair, because I feel like they think that the price point that they may charge with natural hair, because it take a long time to work with natural hair. You're doing certain styles, but you're a professional. You went to school to learn how to do natural hair, but giving them a service that they're paying for, even if it's a relaxer or a color or braiding or whatever you choose to allow your service to be.
So you're saying it costs more money to do natural hair?
No, I think their mindset is the time. And the time that it takes to do natural hair. Okay, so they feel like people won't pay. I hear a lot of stylists say, well, I don't want to specialize in natural hair because it takes too long, people don't want to pay, but people will pay if you put your time and your work in. It's all about your professionalism. It's all about how you approach it. So it shouldn't even matter whatever your price point. If you know that you're doing a good job, you should be able to set your price of what you're worth. That's just my opinion, because I've been doing hair for a long time. I know y'all talking to me all day long, Pat high. Nappy Pat is high. Her prices is high. I'm high for a reason.
She high, y'all.
But you know what?
But
she come get her hair done. But you know what? I'm not high enough.
No,
I am not high enough to be honest with you. It's worth every penny that I charge. Okay. I train. I've been doing this a long time.
Hi, Zakia. Zakia is watching us. So I hate to interrupt you for just a second. Give me a moment.
Right.
You all can ask Nappy Pat questions. So if you have comments, if you have questions, you can just type them, and I am like her sidekick tonight, and I will read the questions. The ones that I can actually see, I will read them. If you have comments, I'll read them for her. So you can ask the beauty specialist whatever questions you have. Tonight we're talking about why not my hair. We are exploring some of the reasons why Black women choose not to wear their natural hair. And we'll also look at why not wear your hair, right? So we're going to look at both sides of that coin. And if you have questions or comments, just place them in the chat and I will be reading them for her so that she can answer them for you all, okay? All right, you can go ahead and continue.
So, and I'm not really trying to like teach. I'm just really talking right now. A lot of people have asked me to teach classes, and I think that is going to be coming up after, some of the, we get in control of this COVID, because I feel like I would have a real big audience. And when I do educate you guys and train you guys, it's not just going to be for the professionals, it's also going to be geared to the consumer. So I will have a professional class, and I can also have a consumer class. So being able to train you guys on a different level, train you guys how to style your hair, train you guys how to work with your own natural hair, what products to use, what product is best for your hair, what not to use, and kind of educate you why things do what they do. Okay?
Gotcha.
And giving them a good tip, like for instance, your hair is a bond, okay? It's a protein. And when we talk about hair follicles being damaged, a hair follicle acts like an anchor. That hair follicle is within the deep surround that hair shaft to allow that strand to stay in your head.
Okay.
So if you damage the hair follicles, the hair is not going to be the hair. You lose your hair.
Okay.
So when I talk about your hair follicles, and you hear a lot of the stylists talk about your hair follicles, you hear them say, you damage your hair follicle because it's the anchor. And if you damage your hair follicle, the hair is not going to actually grow.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to eventually get to a place where you are teaching clients as well as stylists.
Yes.
At some point. Okay.
Right.
So y'all can look out.
Because we need, like me, I've been talking about this for a long time. I'm just trying to bring awareness to everyone because I see so many people. Okay. So I may have one person watching me. I may have 2 people liking my post. It really doesn't matter because of the fact that they are watching, they are listening. A lot of us tend to be embarrassed sometimes. They're scared to approach the conversation because they feel like they don't really know what to say. They don't want to hold nobody blame, or a lot of people like to hear the truth. So when people don't want to hear the truth, they are going to stand, they're just going to stand behind it. They're not going to speak in front of people. But I have massive people coming to me and talking to me, actually in tears. Had a client come in here talking about her daughter's hair. I have a lot of women come here and say, if only my stylist really cared about my hair as much as you do, I still would have my hair. And I shouldn't have to hear those conversations because to me, it make my profession look bad. And it's like, oh my God, like I'm one person. I can't do it all. I'll say that over and over again. I cannot do it all. I've been teaching, training, educating all over the United States for about 20 some years. My work has been featured, Front Magazine. My work was featured on the top selling magazine in the United Kingdom. So I have always been in the field of loving hair. It's a passion. So at the end of the day, I have been trained all over, been trained by some of the amazing educators. They're icons. They're either icons or they're celebrity stylists, and I keep getting educated every day. I'm always reading, researching. I go to class. I teach you guys, learn from me, and I learn from you. So I don't know everything. I would never know everything because things evolve, things change. So you have to be on top of what's training. But when I approach a situation or when I approach something that I learned that I feel like it's going to be helpful, I will always try to do it the best I know how in a healthier manner.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense. That makes sense. Hi, Kathy. Kathy Mitchell says true.
Mhm.
Shauna says time is money. Period. Pooh.
Yeah, time is money.
It takes time. So even with my hair, so you all know Freedom. Y'all see Freedom is she all over the place tonight. But
I love it. I love it.
thank you. Yes, thank you. You all know that I semi-freeform. I don't retwist my roots. I started coming to you last year. Actually, well, no. It was 2019.
It was
The end of
2019.
2019.
COVID been here a year.
Right. Oh my goodness. So at the end of 2019, I was getting prepared to go to Dubai for an event. So I figured I would get my hair professionally washed because I had been growing it out.
Shampoo.
Okay, my bad. she always stops and she's like,
It's
"You're not
okay.
washing your hair, you're shampooing
It's okay.
your hair."
She can say wash. We was all raised up saying wash.
Yes, okay. I decided to get my hair professionally shampooed.
It's okay.
Thank you. And let me tell you, I started my locks myself from a 2-strand twist, and I have just allowed them to grow for 2017. So that's what, 18, 19, 20. I'm going in my 4th year now. So it's about 3.5 years. And the end of 2019 is when I decided to actually let someone professionally shampoo my hair. And when I met her and she told me the price,
Girl,
I don't think I looked at her like this when she said it. I was just like, okay. But in my head, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. However, I will say that there is a huge difference in when I come here and get it professionally shampooed and the oil treatment or whatever she does to it. It's more vibrant looking. It's shinier. It looks vibrant longer than when I do it myself. And it helps me want to not cover it up. It helps me to not, because there are times when Freedom gets crazy.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
literally.
yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna just put a wig on, or I'm gonna go get some braids on top of my locks, or I've done that as well.
Right.
But trusting a professional with my natural locks actually makes me say, why wouldn't I want to
And
wear
can I
my
tell you
hair out?
why my prices is like it is?
Go ahead.
Let me tell you why
Show.
my price, and I just feel like my price is not high enough, first and foremost, for what I do with my skill set. I'm not just a natural hairstylist. I do everything, like literally. Like I specialize in short hair. I'm a colorist. I'm an educator. I'm a professional makeup artist. I do it all. And also, if I'm charging cheap, I can't do the work that I need to do. I cannot purchase the products that I need to purchase to make sure I'm taking care of your hair. I cannot purchase the treatment that I need to take care of your hair. I cannot hire an assistant to help me not have as many clients in the salon. And you guys always complain that you be in the shop all day. You don't want to sit for your hair like me and Angel had a debate. But so, and I have to be able to take money home, and I have to be able to live off of. Back in the day, I used to stay booked. Like I used to do like 20, 30 people a day with an assistant. And I realized, I'm like, okay, if I'm getting booked, you can't get in with me 2 and 3 months. That means that my prices is not high enough. So I need to get paid for when I'm working. So if you're in your environment or you in your salon and you thinking that you got 20 people a day and you booked all the time, you need to realize that your worth should be like, okay, you know, you may lose a few, but guess what? You're going to gain more because you're treating your salon like a professional. I mean, I'm just going to be real. I used to have people sitting all day and I still was hot. but I wasn't high enough. So, but because people complain about that all the time, but I've learned to charge for what I feel like I'm worth.
Gotcha.
And I'm trying to stick with that. And then I kid you not, like COVID, even though I hate that it came, it really, really have taught me how to space out my clients better. Right. Now, if the clients say they're here a long time now, it's because of their color service. Depending on your color service and depending on, what level or how many shades you're trying to achieve at that time, you're going to be here. You're going to be here a while. If your hair is dirty and I feel like you need a treatment, I'm going to suggest, and 9 times out of 10, anything that I ask my client and let them know that they need, they do not hesitate on getting everything that I ask them, because they know that I really care about their hair and they know things cost. So that's basically what that is.
We have a question, which I think is a good question. Hello, Sapphire Star. Thank you for tuning in to Nappy Pat Talks. This is the very first segment of Nappy Pat Talks on Speak Up Sis Podcast. She will be here every 4th Monday of the month, so make sure that you all tune in. So Sapphire's question is, what's the difference between washing and shampooing?
Oh, okay. Washing is pretty much when you see it seem harsh, like you wash your clothes. I don't want my hair to be characterized as washing clothes. Washing your car, so when we was in school.
So it's a euphemism.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But, when you're a professional, you have to use professional terminology. Okay. That's what you can charge $5 extra when you start saying shampoo. You see what I'm saying? So when you speak professional, your education your education go up. So anything that you do and you want to be known as a specialist, you want to always follow behind that professionalism. And that's basically what it is. And
okay, that makes sense. So listen, those people saying they washing your hair, hey, Ashana says, what's a good protective style other than braids? I love braids, but they pull my edges out terribly. That's a good question.
Let me tell you about them braids. But they do pull the hair. And I don't have anything against protective style, but when they stop protecting your hair, they're not protective styles anymore.
And some people use protective styles as permanent styles, right?
Yeah, protective styles is they take it as a permanent situation. But a protective style shouldn't last no more than a week or 2. 2 weeks at the max. Because you have to cleanse your scalp once every 2 weeks. Just because we can go longer, but the scalp gets clogged. So you have to clean out the debris and the mineral deposit off your scalp. But to answer her question, what's her name again?
This is Ashana. Hey, Ashana.
Ashana, I do a lot of protective style. I do like rod sets. I do silk presses. I do 2-strand twists. I do cone twists. I do flat twists. I do what else I do? Oh, we do daily wigs that come on and come off.
Wait a minute. So that thing, is this? I should have said thing, huh? I'm sorry, I said that thing. That wasn't professional.
Oh my God, that was not professional.
That was not professional.
And then I don't like to say, what else you gonna say? So I'm gonna get another professional word off that, like literally, like.
So the wig.
No, I want you to call it a unit, because a wig to me sound like grandma. But I do use it because that's what people know. But
so it's a unit. So we don't say wigs.
Don't say wigs.
We don't say wash.
No.
We don't say wig.
It's
a unit. We shampoo our unit.
And let me tell y'all spending $300 and $400 and $500 on these bundles. I want it to be a unit instead of a wig.
Okay. Hey. So excuse me. It's not an excuse me.
But it's a wig. It's a wig.
So this is a unit. You have.
Yeah, what I mean, that's a professional term.
And you're saying it's a daily.
This is a daily unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cute. You cute. Carry on. So what else could she wear other than the braids? You're saying she could do a unit?
Yeah, she could do a unit, a daily unit. No glue at all.
So you got no glue?
No glue, honey.
No glue. Okay. All right. No glue. She said there's no glue, y'all.
No glue.
And
it coming out my scalp. You know,
when
y'all
the
folks
wind
say,
blows-
look, y'all people say, it coming out your scalp. It's no glue. Yeah, it's still
When the
coming out my
wind
scalp.
blows, it's not gonna go anywhere.
No.
You got it pinned down.
No, it's not pinned down. It is customized to my head. So what I do is I customize units to fit your head so you can take it on and off daily. And once you mold and shape that unit to the head, it just fits like a cap. With no glue, no pins, no. Why you keep looking
I'm
at
saying,
that? She don't believe me.
I'm just, y'all know me. Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
You know.
Oh, but you cute though. It's cute. You cute. All right, so she could do a unit. So, girl. Yeah. This is Nappy Pat Talks on Speak Up Sis Podcast. And for those of you who are listening on Anchor or Spotify or Apple Podcast or whatever you're listening on, what you just missed, you need to make sure that you join Speak Up Sis Podcast Facebook group so you can actually watch the live, because Nappy Pat just showed us all that her unit, and I'm gonna respect that unit right now, because she just snatched her daily wear unit off her head to prove to us that there was no glue, there are no pins. And let me tell y'all, that thing is beautiful on her head. I couldn't tell that it was a unit. And the fact that she doesn't have pins in it, the fact that she's not wearing glue on her edges, and she's back, and it's beautiful. Listen, okay, oh, okay, I'm a believer.
You a believer now? You a believer?
I'm a believer.
And it's actually just a frontal.
And you made this?
Yes, I made it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about why not my hair, right? So there are people who just don't want to, where maybe they're going on vacation and they don't want to have to be fooling up with their natural, their loose natural or whatever. So we have lots of reasons we don't wear our natural hair, but this unit is a viable option.
Yeah, because it's just a bad hair day. I've been wearing this unit for 2 weeks. So what I do is, since it's cold, I can wear my unit when I, don't feel like having a bad hair day. And sometimes, like when it's really cold outside, when you sit there and you kind of hydrate your hair, you put moisturizer on your hair, it's just really cold. So this kind of like helped me keep my hair warm for that cold week. But I keep my hair naturally in afro. I love my afro because I just get up and go. Because once you train your afro and you train your natural hair to do what you want to do, it's gonna last on its own.
Got you. Shauna says transparency at its best. Yes, I love it. Belinda is laughing. She says your units are amazing. Your units look so real. And you're saying you actually make that yourself?
Let me show you. Let's go over
Okay,
here.
so listen, y'all. If you are enjoying Nappy Pat Talks, let us know. We're piloting this particular segment to see how you all like it, whether you want to talk hair. Please, if you have questions about hair, if you have questions about makeup, if you have questions about fashion, if you have questions about beauty, please, you can send them to Nappy Pat herself. You can send them to me. And every fourth Monday of the month, she will be in this space. We'll be in this space to bring this to you. So if you are enjoying this, listen, y'all. I'm right now. I'm just like I'm a little shooken. But I love it. If you would like to see more of Nappy Pat Talks on Speak Up Sis Podcast, please let us know in the comments. Make sure that you share the live, share the video. and let us know. Okay, let's see what we got.
Yeah,
Shauna
I mean-
says, I'm loving this, ladies. Good. I'm
So-
looking forward to this every month.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Great. Well, I just want to I know it's my first one, and it's gonna be amazing each time. And each time, what I want you guys to do is just kind of tune in and have your questions already ready for me to answer any questions. And anything that I can't answer, I definitely have a lot of connections that I can kind of give to you guys. And today was pretty much fun, but on the real, I still want to bring awareness to our people about treating your hair unique. It's a unique thing. It is amazing jewel. Glory, the Bible says about,
Here's our glory, right?
There's our glory. And I'm not knocking anything that we do in our industry, but approach it, professionals, hairstylists, approach it in a healthy manner. Give them alternative. Money is going to be made regardless. So just people talking about coming in and oh my God, Nappy Pat, do I have to shampoo my hair? You shouldn't even be asking me.
Before you go there, because I really do want you to address that, because we talked about that. But Kathy is watching, Kathy Mitchell, and first she asked, do you do sister locks?
No, I do not do sister locks. And let me tell you why. Them tiny things. Now y'all really ain't gonna pay my price.
But do you work with other
what I do
stylists
is
and refer people out?
What I do is I do a lot of servicing clients with sister locks. I treat their hair before they go in and get their service tightened.
Okay.
I cleanse the hair sometimes. I detox the sister locks. I even color the sister locks for the other hairstylists.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So you work with people, because my hair, I don't have sister locks, but she works with my hair.
Right.
So you will color locks or sister locks. You will wash, shampoo them. You'll treat them.
Right.
You just don't actually do them. Okay. All right. But you're okay with referring people out. You know people who do certain things.
Yeah, I will refer people out to people that do sister locks. I don't have anything against anything that you guys do that I don't do.
Okay.
So yes.
And Kathy, I'm not sure where you are located. She asked if you're local. We are actually in Augusta, Georgia. You want to give them?
Yes. My location is 301 A Street, downtown Augusta, 30901. I'll say beautiful Augusta. Because it is. Downtown is really nice if they're not doing any construction.
Right.
But I'm downtown in Augusta. Downtown, 8th and Ellis.
Yeah, and we are actually in her shop. Maybe one of these lives we might give you all a tour, but it's a beautiful location. It's spacious. If you're worried about COVID, you don't have to worry about that here. She is very particular about keeping things clean. There's enough space for you not to be all crouched up on top of people. She's got it really nicely spaced out for you, so you don't have to worry about that at all if that's something that you're concerned about.
And I'm just spacing my clients out.
And I know when I come in, there aren't a lot of people.
But it got a little busy. It get a little busy, like the holidays or certain days. I may take a little more people because I have a big clientele, but I still try my best to not.
It's a large space. It's huge in here.
Space everybody out. I'm the only stylist working in here now since COVID, so I haven't really reach out to you guys. So if any of you stylists out there, you need a stylist home, I teach, I educate, I have chairs that I can rent out, and I even do a apprenticeship, and I also do commissioning stylists. But if you do come in as a commissioner, you have to have a small clientele already.
Gotcha.
Okay, because I don't really want to do a school like that. So I do have space. I have a suite available too as well for anyone looking to do brow, lashes, or other things. I do have space for that too as well. So it's a big location.
So we'll make sure in the description of the podcast, I'll make sure that the address is.
It'll be off the top.
this is a bit off topic.
Yes, it is. We about to.
But I have a hard, no, she's not saying what we're saying.
Right.
She's what she's about to say.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bit off topic, but I have a hard time keeping a scarf on at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to keep my hair moisturized. What products do you recommend for moisture?
The best product to recommend for moisture, first of all, before I even tell you that, if you're having a hard time trying to moisturize your hair not keeping moisture, it's a possibility that your scalp can be clogged. So before I recommend you something, which I will, you have to make sure that you do a detox and making sure that all the mineral and deposit. And I think a lot of times too, people think if they just shampoo their hair, they're actually cleansing the hair, but you're really not.
What?
No, not getting not getting the buildup. Because you're using not the right shampoo. You have to use
Wait a minute, you got a special shampoo?
Yeah, you have to use special type of shampoo to deep cleanse the hair. That's why it's so important that hairstylists shouldn't tell clients to shampoo the hair before they get to the salon. You know, there are different product that is geared for different services.
Mm-hmm.
If you're coming in and getting a certain services, like this young lady said that she's dealing with moisture
issues.
You're my tongue get tired sometimes. But issue with moisture, she needs to definitely use a different type of shampoo to jumpstart her moisture surge back over. She has to use a dryer to kind of open up the cuticles for the molecules to penetrate into the hair shaft, so that moisture starts to thin.
Okay.
So if you put a whole lot of product in hair trying to observe that moisture, it's not going to work.
So if she is unable, wherever she lives right now, or maybe she doesn't have the money to go to a professional right now, is there something she can do at home to help? What's something?
The best product that you can use to help jumpstart your moisture, you need something like a oil base. Okay, nothing heavy. We want a penetrating oil. Okay. Not a topical oil. That's the difference. So when people using certain things at home, they go straight to a cream substance.
So what about coconut oil? Is coconut oil good?
Coconut oil, that is a penetrating oil. Yes, it's good, but you have to rinse it out. It's heavy. Okay. So a penetrating oil is something that is heavier on the surface, so it can penetrate into the hair, but you can't leave it in. Okay. So
what about olive oil?
Olive oil is a penetrating oil.
Okay.
So, but you can't leave it in. You're supposed to remove it.
So should they heat it up or something like in a microwave or something, and then put it on, let it sit?
Okay. In trichology, they really don't want you to get up on the dryer with an oil, but a little bit of oil, mix it in with your conditioner would be good. Gotcha. So I would recommend that you do use oil on your scalp to keep it hydrated. I would just put it in at night, and then in the morning take it, rinse it out, because it takes 7 to 8 hours to kind of penetrate oil in the scalp. So it doesn't penetrate right away because the pores is so small.
So can you put so do you put a little bit? So let's say I want to use a little olive oil. Do I put a little olive oil in my condition my hair and let the conditioner sit overnight, or do I rinse out the conditioner, put the oil in, and let the oil sit overnight? When
you want to use a dryer, you can mix some oil in your product, because we call it like a super pack. Okay. So we kind of like, when I do my services, it all depends on the needs and the wants of a client. Instead of me just putting direct oil on the scalp, because they say that if oil heats up, it's frying your scalp. It's just like frying chicken. Gotcha. Does that make sense? So the doctor say you shouldn't do that. The trichologist said you shouldn't do that at all. Oh wow. No, because it's just like frying chicken, so you burning your scalp. You didn't know that. But
when we get hot oil treatments,
I don't do hot oil treatments like that. Oh. So if I do a treatment like that, I would tell people I would mix it up with the conditioner. I don't put oil
directly on the scalp. No. So she could, if she's using a dryer, she could add a little olive oil into her conditioner, put the conditioner on her hair, sit up under the dryer for about how many minutes?
I'll just tell people 45 minutes.
45 minutes, and then she needs to wash it out. She needs to rinse it out with a shampoo. Shampoo it out.
And then she has to go in with a moisturizer to help seal in the moisture.
So after the oil sits in, so what kind of
It
moisturizer?
acts as a shield.
Okay.
So it's a lot, you guys, that goes along with hydrating the hair in a natural state. That's why your stylist has to be really educated, and that's why a lot of people really don't specialize in natural hair. It's a lot to learn about different texture and different hair. So what I recommend her to do, if she's at home, she can use Design Essential, have a real good one, a vitamin E oil.
Okay, so Design Essentials Vitamin E oil.
Mazzani have a Supreme oil.
Mazzani Supreme oil.
But the vitamin E oil is used to rinse out. I would rinse it out. I would just use it as a treatment.
You sell this stuff here?
Yeah, I sell these products.
If you're in Augusta, now
Yes.
I'm sure if you're not in Augusta, she probably will ship it to you. You probably have to pay for the shipping or whatever.
Right, I will ship it to you.
So okay, so you said Mazzani,
Design Essential.
Design Essential.
There's some other oils.
How about
out
some
there.
Suave? Some Suave.
Suave.
At the Walmart.
No.
We can't use Suave. No detox.
BB have Bronner Brother has an oil.
I think she's ignoring me right now.
Bronner Brother has a nice oil, a hot 10 oil. You heard me?
Bronner Brothers. Where are we
Bronner
gonna
Brothers.
find these things though?
Here. I sell. So I only work with oils and companies that I know product work. I've been using these products for years.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. So Ashana, that what Deborah said, really suave. Yes. Don't front. Y'all know when y'all ain't got no money, y'all buying Suave at the Walmart. Do not front on me. Ashana says, what about peppermint black castor oil? I don't know what that is.
A lot of the castor oil are good, but they are not oil to leave in the hair.
Okay, so there's
a lot of the oils are heavy.
Gotcha.
We use too much. Like when we say a little bit take you a long way, a little bit take you a long way. And I think that's why we have a lot of issues with dry scalp and dandruff and psoriasis and things like that, because we create a topical and our scalp can't breathe, so it starts to give you these different type of fungus and itchy scalps and things that we don't realize that we're doing to our pores because they are clogged.
So
and a lot of
because you said because you went into clogged pores, this is our.
I can't help it, y'all.
This is
I
gonna be
cannot
our.
help it.
Listen. I'm telling you, you want to make sure you're here every fourth Monday because it's going to be amazing. So this is going to be our last question for the night. We've been talking, so this is supposed to be a 30-minute segment, but I told her that if you all enjoy it, if you like what she has to say, if you want more of this, then we can definitely give Nappy Pat Talks a 45 minute to an hour long segment. If that's what you all want, we can make sure that happens. But the last question for tonight is going to be, can you explain detoxing?
Yes. Detoxing is just a deep cleansing. A detox is normally what people need to do when you feel like you have a buildup. A lot of people tend to get buildups more now than ever, because they're using a lot of product hoping to hydrate their hair and give their hair moisture. That's why she was having a lot of issues. So just like I stated before, the more product you use and you're still seeing that your hair still being dry, that means that's a sign of your pores is clogged and you need a detox. So it's basically a remedy that I use. You can use a clarifying shampoo for a part of your detox, and you can use a purifying shampoo for your detox, but it's all dependent on how much buildup you have. I go in, I put my remedy together. I use other products to kind of remove a lot of the buildup. And then I sit my client in the bowl and I fill the bowl up with all these different ingredients to remove anything that is left on the hair. Because let me tell you guys, for any treatment that works and you want to see some results, you got to cleanse the scalp. Because the first thing people say, well, I did this and I did that, I don't see anything change. My hair's not growing back because the pores are still clogged.
Mm.
Okay.
Kathy say, I just need to come see you.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy, we're going to make sure that the address, I'm going to put the address in the description of the video when this is all done, and you can just check her out. I'll make sure the phone number's there so you can call
And tell
schedule
her
a
that
consultation. She can hear you.
Oh. I'm seeing you looking at this phone. Girl, I'm still learning. Like, so y'all don't judge me. Don't judge me. Do not judge.
No judgment.
But listen.
What you say? Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, you can call me. I will be glad to kind of tell you what to use, but I prefer you come to see me because I do a lot.
Yeah.
I do so much to y'all hair.
And
you
she can take
like,
if you come up here, you'll take a look
because
at
I can
her
look
hair.
at her hair. Like I don't like to recommend a lot of things for you guys. I can tell you what oil to use. I can tell you what moisturizer to use. It may not work for you, especially the moisturizer.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me tell you, everybody moisturizer does not work for all curl types.
Okay.
Don't that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when I do treatments, all of my treatments are not the same treatment.
Yeah.
So if you're going to a professional and you see them put out the same thing for everybody's hair, it's something right.
Right.
Because when you go to a doctor don't give everybody the same medicine because everybody got different issues.
Right.
Your hair works the same way.
Yeah.
So see how unique our hair is?
Yeah.
You see the uniqueness of it. We are different. Our hair is different. Every one of us is different. So you have to treat each client accordingly to their needs and their wants.
Got you.
Why not my hair?
Why not my hair? Why not my this? I really enjoyed myself. I really have. Deborah, thank you for joining us. Ashana, Sapphire. Let me see. T. Talita, it's good to see you. Ty Lane says Nappy Pat slay, period.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Kathy, thank you as well. I appreciate Belinda, all of you joining us tonight for the very first segment of Nappy Pat Talks. Remember, every fourth Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Speak Up Sis Podcast, Nappy Pat Talks. She's going to be talking all things hair, beauty, fashion, all that good stuff. Y'all know that's not my forte, but I'm gonna be here and ask all the questions that we really want to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So please make sure that you send us your questions. You can always send in questions to contact@speakupsis.com. Or you can send them. Do you have an email that you want them to send questions to?
They can send it to www.nappypat.com.
So with that, do you have any last words that you want to share with the people?
Right. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking out the time to watch me tonight. And for those who shared my page and shared my flyer, I want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, because that means that you believe in my vision. You support me, I'm going to support you. Okay? And peace out for Nappy Pat. God bless.
That's what's up. And for all of you who support Speak Up Sis and you are regular Speak Up Sis podcast listeners, I thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in for the very first segment of Nappy Pat Talks. I think this is going to be amazing. I'm having a ball sitting here with her. She's an amazing style. Thank you all so much. Maybe we'll have some guests come in and you all can chop it up with us sometimes, whatever. So just look for some really good stuff to come from Nappy Pat Talks on Speak Up Sis Podcast. If you are not already subscribed to speakupsis.com, please go to speakupsis.com and subscribe to make sure that you're getting updates about all things Speak Up Sis. And our podcast. The audio version of this podcast will also be released by tomorrow. So if you listen on Anchor, if you Spotify, if you're someone who doesn't necessarily want to watch videos but you like to listen, the audio version of this will be on all major podcasting platforms by tomorrow as well. All right. And so with that, as usual, don't forget to open up your mouth and speak up. You all take care. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.